What is going on? This is the Red Sea Reefer 250 with the Aquatic Life 36-inch T5 fixture and the Kessil A160s, two of them. Got a couple things going on with the tank. This video is going to be shot over the course of a couple days. First off, let's take a look at this little guy. Very interesting. This is a Midas Blenny. Got him from Live Aquaria, and so far he looks to be doing pretty good. Look at this mushroom over here. I moved it. It used to be over in the middle of the tank, and I moved it over here, and it is exploding over here. But yeah, the Blenny is pretty awesome so far. He's been in here for a day. Monty Cap is still doing great. These two, I think they're Stylos, still kind of iffy. I'm not really sure about them. But back to the Midas Blenny. Very cool little fish. He's pretty well stayed nestled over in this area here. So I did get an order from Live Aquaria, and I ordered the Blenny. I ordered a bristletooth tang and just some odd man snails. The tang did not make it, unfortunately. In the middle of shooting the video on the Blenny, UPS pulled up. Got some handy instruments. We got some Reef to Reef, which this is a bulk reef supply box and a bulk reef supply box. So stay tuned to see what is in these boxes. I can tell you right now, the Hannah box is just simply some alkalinity reagent, just because it's sold out everywhere. So I went directly to the source. Along with the fish this week, you can see some white frag plugs in the back there. You guessed it, we got 10 more frags in the system now. Just got those today. Today is Thursday. I got the fish on Wednesday. So kind of hard to see given the angle that they're at, but these are all SPS frags, and you can kind of ignore the other corals on that frag plug, or excuse me, that frag rack there. I really don't have a place for them at the moment. But yeah, everything seems to be doing great. Not really sure what I'm going to do with the Live Aquaria order. I really like to get a smaller tank to get into the system, but we'll just have to see what happens. But really loving the flow and the flow pattern of the tank. It's really working out well for me. You can see got some good swaying action. This guy is getting hammered pretty good just because it's in the middle of the tank, but it's not really showing any signs of being mad at the moment. And then the little hammers over here look like they're doing fairly well also. And again, there's that Blenny. So since I have some frozen food, let's put some frozen food in the tank. Just dump it in the tank, kind of see what happens. I have cut down the light cycle on the Rain 2. There's the little Blenny that come out. Pretty awesome little fish. Great coloration. Doesn't look like it's showing any signs of really stress or anything, just still trying to get used to the tank and the inhabitants of its new home. All in all, pretty happy with this week so far. Very interested to show you later in the video what's in the bulk reef supply boxes. So the first box, excuse the background noise, goes without saying. We got some Hannah alkalinity reagents. And once again, simply because everybody seems to be out of it right now. Last, we have some dosing tubing. So I'm going to try to use this with my current doser. It looks like it's pretty hard, so we'll just have to see how that goes. So the next box will be quite a bit more interesting. What we have in here are some nozzles. We have some measuring cups. We have a funnel, just because it's fun. And we have some B-Ionic alkalinity. We have some B-Ionic calcium. And because you never know when you're going to need it, I went ahead and ordered some ESV B-Ionic magnesium. So my plan is to actually switch over to the ESV dosing. That is my overall plan. The Tropic balling method hasn't been completely horrible, but I need a better way of adjusting alkalinity and calcium. And with this setup here, you know, if my alkalinity is low, I can dose more of this. If my calcium is low, I can dose more calcium. Otherwise, it is strictly, leave out the magnesium, it is strictly a two-part solution. So it'll be dosed equally. The good thing about the ESV B-Ionic system is it has the ability to add different trace elements and whatnot to the system. So I was actually going to go the BRS two-part route. However, Bulk Reef Supply didn't have it in stock. I'm wanting it now. I've read a lot of great things about the ESV system, so this is the path that I chose. When it comes to the ESV B-Ionic, you can see here, I need to fill to this line, fill to this line. So luckily, I have 30 and 30, about 60 something gallons of roadie water. So this should be a pretty seamless process. Now mind you, I've not ever done this before, so I'm going to take you on this ride with me. It should not be that big of a deal. Got the calcium. I'll twist the top off of it. And let's just see. Of course, that doesn't fit very well. I'm spilling water everywhere, so that was a fail. So let's go back to my trusty little adapter here. Now it's not the best solution because it's not glued together, but it's going to give us some much better accuracy as far as pouring. Of course, I'm not in frame. So you can see some water on the ground, and that's because simply I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. But I have the calcium mixed up to the line here. I'm going to attempt to do the alkalinity. You can see the bottom of the jug is a little frozen. So we're going to dilute it, shake it up, and see if we can get that frozen stuff undone. Now mind you, this is the first time I've ever used any of these solutions, so this is quite the learning experience. And there we go again. Making more of a mess than what's really needed. This is, I guess I'm gonna have to glue these pieces together. But that's got me right on the money. I'm gonna glue these stupid pieces together because that was ignorant, basically. 12 hours later, calcium was never froze, it's all mixed up. The alkalinity portion is still frozen a little bit, so probably need to put some more water in the sink and let it sit there. Another tidbit, as I was checking the solutions this morning, you can see that I'm a little low from the line. And as I was filling the alkalinity last night, it never occurred to me to use the brand new funnel that I just got. So, you know, you live and you learn. This is, I'm sure you've probably seen this in the background a second ago. Let's ignore this and this. So, I was able to get on Walmart.com and get some VOSS water bottles. Now, I can get this one locally. This is the 375 milliliter bottle. I had to order these from Walmart.com. This is the 800 milliliter bottle. What I want to do is I want to actually put these, the 800 milliliter bottles behind the stand. And the dosing container that I have right now, it's really big. It holds like 1,500 or 2,000 milliliters. You know, it's just, I'd like to clear out that area. And if I can put the dosing containers behind the stand, I'm going to. But beware that if you order some of these on Walmart.com, they come in a 2-pack. So I ordered 4. And I didn't realize it until I went to pick it up, but I got 4 2-packs, so I have 8 of these bottles. So anyway, you know, it's a 2-part, so I plan on running 2 of the big bottles, and then I'll either run Acro Power in a big bottle, or just keep it in a small bottle like I have it now. I'll just kind of make that decision. But like I said, I need to get this in some warm water so I can get that ice block melted. And then it says here, let container sit in room temperature for 24 to 72 hours. Product exposed to cold temperature during shipping and storage may take longer to dissolve. To speed up the dissolving process, immerse container in 120, 140 degree Fahrenheit water. So that may be what I do. 24 hours later, we are dissolved. Probably just needs a little bit more shaking up. This is the calcium. This is the alkalinity, which was the one that was a lot more frozen. So just gonna let it sit there, and might try to get it online sometime this weekend, early, middle, next week, something like that, maybe. We'll just have to see. Need to figure out the dosing container solution, but very happy. This was, the alkalinity especially was pretty frozen, but you know, I put some roadie water in it, brought it in the house. I didn't put it in any warm water or anything. I just let it sit here on the counter, and so far so good. Got the gyre pumps off. I don't know if we can get a good top-down shot, but you can see here this green slimer is encrusting. Top-down shot of the money cap. 2 pieces that aren't doing so hot. I really enjoy looking at the hammers from top down, or let me rephrase that, any Euphilia for that matter. This angle is not going to be so hot because of the way that the Kessil is, but the AquaMaxx Acro, see if I can scroll in on him. This thing is starting to really amaze me with the colors, so I don't want to jump to any conclusions yet. Here's another acro from the top, and then we got this guy right here with the green tip on it. These are the new pieces, so I've actually knocked over this piece right here, so I need to pull it out, get it glued to a plug. I mean, no substantial coloring just yet, but my system has always done this with acros. This piece there probably looks the best out of all of them. I'm okay with that. You know, it just takes a little bit of time for it to adjust. Got the flow turned off. Let's see if I can sneak up on this guy. Really cool fish. I'm really enjoying the blenny. should have got one of these Midas blennies a long time ago. Pretty cool fish. Let's take a moment and look at the new camera. So I started shooting this video with the iPhone 6, and on Saturday, today, Target had a gift card with the purchase or upgrade of a new phone. So I went and got the 256 gig 8 Plus. Wasn't really interested in the X. That's really a whole nother discussion. But anyway, I can now shoot 4K video, which I know nobody has 4K monitors, but I can tell you right now that the crispness of this camera is amazing. So I'm hoping that you've stayed along for the journey in this video up to this point, and you can literally see how crisp everything is on the tank. Now, mind you, I have the Kessil set to 100%. Reefer Gill asked me at one point, no, that is not from my gyre pumps. That is because this RAS right here moves this sand around. But I don't know if you can tell with the crispness of the video. There's that little blenny there. But I am blown away. I have been stuck in the old days with the old iPhone 6. I thought it shot pretty good video. Excuse me, but I was mistaken. The zoom and just everything about this phone is absolutely amazing. So look forward to all of my videos. I shouldn't say a ton of videos, but look forward to all of my videos being shot with the new 8 Plus in the best resolution that I can bring you. Hopefully you can enjoy it. On you know, some of these frags aren't looking so hot, but once again, as I mentioned earlier, it takes acros a little while to acclimate to my particular tank. But overall, thrilled, very happy with the new phone and the new camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it short here. I guess it is worth mentioning that I did test alkalinity, and I'm going to add some alkalinity to the tank probably tomorrow, and just keep track of it in the Apex Fusion app. But I'm gonna slowly switch over to the B-Ionic alkalinity and calcium and see if we can get this tank to just thrive. So be sure to check out the website, pelfrey.net. I have memes on there from different YouTubers. I have a store on there. Be sure to check it out for new content. I'm also on Instagram, Pelfrey's Reef. And as always, folks, I appreciate you following along on this journey with me. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.